Good evening, everyone. Heartbreak, an experience most of us have faced at some point in our lives. When someone breaks your heart, it can feel as if your entire world has been shattered. The hurt, the betrayal, the sense of loss, it all feels so consuming. And often our first instinct is to react to blame, to retaliate, to seek revenge. But let me tell you, this revenge doesn't heal, it only deepens the wound. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful and transformative acts we can undertake, yet it is often misunderstood. When someone hurts us deeply, the idea of forgiving them may feel impossible, even unfair. It might seem like we are letting them off the hook or diminishing the significance of what we endured. However, forgiveness is not about the other person. It is about freeing yourself from the emotional chains that bind you to the hurt. It is an act of liberation, a gift you give yourself to reclaim peace, joy, and power over your life. Holding on to resentment is like clutching a hot coal with the intention of throwing it at someone else. The longer you hold it, the more it burns you. When someone has wronged you, it is natural to feel anger, sadness, and betrayal. These emotions are valid, and you should allow yourself to feel them without judgment. But if you hold on to them indefinitely, they begin to consume you. The weight of unresolved anger and pain can seep into every corner of your life, clouding your thoughts, coloring your relationships, and even impacting your physical health. Studies have shown that chronic anger and stress can lead to a range of health issues, from high blood pressure to weakened immunity. Forgiveness is not just emotional liberation, it is a step toward physical well-being too. But how do you forgive when the hurt runs deep? Start by acknowledging your feelings and giving yourself permission to process them. Forgiveness is not about pretending everything is okay or minimizing your pain. It is about recognizing what happened, honoring your emotions, and deciding to release the hold they have over you. This process takes time, and it's okay if you're not ready to forgive right away. Forgiveness is a journey, not a single moment. One of the most transformative realizations is that forgiveness does not require reconciliation. You don't have to welcome the person back into your life or even let them know you have forgiven them. Forgiveness is an internal process, one that is entirely within your control. It is about severing the emotional ties that keep you tethered to the pain. When you forgive, you reclaim your power. You no longer allow the actions of another to dictate your emotional state or the trajectory of your life. A helpful way to move toward forgiveness is to practice compassion, not just for the other person, but for yourself. Understand that people often hurt others out of their own pain, ignorance, or unresolved wounds. This does not excuse their behavior, but it can help you see that their actions are a reflection of them, not you. At the same time, be kind to yourself. Remind yourself that you are human and it's okay to feel hurt and vulnerable. Self-compassion is a crucial step in healing because it allows you to let go of any blame or shame you may carry as a result of the hurt. Visualization can be a powerful tool in the forgiveness process. Close your eyes and imagine the person who hurt you standing before you. Picture a cord connecting the two of you, representing the pain and resentment that binds you together. Now imagine cutting that cord. Watch as they drift away and feel the lightness and freedom that comes with releasing that burden. You can also write a letter to the person expressing your feelings and your decision to forgive. You don't have to send it. The act of writing can be cathartic and help you process your emotions. Forgiveness also opens the door to gratitude. As you let go of resentment, you create space for new perspectives. You might find yourself appreciating the strength and resilience you've developed as a result of your experiences. Heartbreak and betrayal can be profound teachers, showing us the importance of boundaries, self-love, and discernment in our relationships. When you forgive, you transform pain into growth and wisdom. It's important to remember that forgiveness is not a linear process. You may think you've moved on, only to have old feelings resurface. That's okay. Healing is not about perfection, it's about progress. Be patient with yourself and trust that each step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to peace. Ultimately, forgiveness is not about changing the past, it's about changing your future. By letting go of resentment, you make room for joy, love, and connection to flow back into your life. You are not defined by what happened to you, but by how you choose to rise above it. Forgiveness allows you to take that next step, unburdened and empowered, ready to embrace all the beauty and possibility that life has to offer. When our hearts are broken, it's easy to fall into a cycle of self-pity. We focus on what went wrong, replaying the hurt over and over and over in our minds. We question our worth, wonder if we were not enough, or even blame ourselves for someone else's actions. Self-pity feels natural when we've been hurt, but it is a trap. It keeps us stuck in the past, chained to the pain, and prevents us from moving forward. Instead of nurturing ourselves in this difficult moment, we start to deplete ourselves further, eroding our confidence and inner peace. Self-love, on the other hand, is the antidote to self-pity. It is the conscious decision to treat yourself with kindness, compassion, and respect, no matter what has happened to you. Choosing self-love doesn't mean ignoring the pain or pretending everything is fine. It means acknowledging your feelings, but not allowing them to dictate your life. It means understanding that you are worthy of love and care, regardless of external circumstances or how others treat you. Self-pity often stems from a belief that we are powerless and victimized. It makes us feel helpless, stuck, and small. But self-love is an empowering force. It reminds us that we are not defined by the circumstances or the actions of others. We have the ability to choose how we respond to challenges, how we process pain, and how we move forward. Self-love teaches us that we are in control of our own healing and no one else holds the key to our happiness. When you choose self-love over self-pity, you acknowledge your worthiness. You remind yourself that you deserve to be treated with dignity and respect, starting with how you treat yourself. This begins with practicing positive self-talk. When we're hurting, it's easy to become our own worst critic. We may say things to ourselves like, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never find love again." These negative thoughts only reinforce the pain and perpetuate a cycle of self-doubt. Instead, consciously choose words of kindness and affirmation. Speak to yourself as you would a dear friend, gently, lovingly, and without judgment. Remind yourself, "I am worthy of love and respect. I am enough just as I am." Another powerful aspect of self-love is self-care. Taking care of your body, mind, and spirit is a vital part of healing. When we are immersed in self-pity, we often neglect ourselves. We may isolate, neglect our health, or engage in behaviors that further harm us. But self-love means making yourself a priority. Take time to nourish your body with healthy food, to exercise and release stress, to rest and rejuvenate. Treat yourself to activities that bring you joy, whether it's reading a good book, taking a walk in nature, or indulging in a relaxing bath. Make space for the things that fill your heart with peace and happiness. Self-love also involves setting boundaries and learning to say no. Often when we are in a place of hurt, we may feel compelled to keep pleasing others or to allow them back into our lives, even if they don't treat us well. But self-love means honoring your needs and recognizing that you deserve relationships that uplift you, not drain you. Setting boundaries protects your emotional well-being and reinforces your value. It's a way of saying to yourself, "I am worthy of being treated with care, and I will not allow anyone to disrespect me." Choosing self-love also means accepting yourself fully, flaws and all. We are all imperfect beings, and part of healing from heartbreak is accepting that you are not defined by the mistakes you've made or the things that didn't work out. Heartbreak doesn't mean there is something wrong with you. In fact, it can be an opportunity to learn, grow, and discover new strengths within yourself. Self-love is about recognizing that you are a beautiful, evolving person and that you deserve compassion for your journey. Don't beat yourself up for what you can't change. Love yourself through it every step of the way. Self-pity keeps us locked in the past, repeating the same negative stories, while self-love propels us forward into a brighter future. When we choose to love ourselves, we open up space for new possibilities, new experiences, and new people who will treat us with the kindness we deserve. Self-love is not about being perfect or expecting others to treat you perfectly. It's about honoring yourself and choosing to rise no matter what has happened to you. As you embrace self-love, you will notice something remarkable. You will begin to attract more love into your life. When you radiate self-compassion and respect, you draw people and opportunities that match that energy. When you love yourself, you stop settling for less than you deserve. You begin to set standards and expectations for the way you want to be treated, and you no longer tolerate toxic relationships or situations. Choosing self-love over self-pity is the most powerful decision you can make. It is not about ignoring your pain or pretending you're okay. It's about accepting yourself, healing with grace, and moving forward with strength. You are deserving of love, of joy, and of all the wonderful things life has to offer. So choose self-love today and watch as it transforms your heart, your life, and your world. Affirmations are powerful tools for healing and transformation. In times of emotional pain, particularly after a heartbreak, the thoughts we hold in our minds can either be a source of strength or a cycle of destruction. When we choose to focus on negative beliefs, we reinforce our pain, limiting our ability to heal. Affirmations, however, have the potential to shift our mindset, providing a positive healing influence on our emotional, mental, and even physical well-being. They are simple yet profound statements that allow us to reprogram our subconscious mind, replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Through consistent practice, affirmations can guide us toward inner peace, self-love, and the recovery we deserve. At the core of affirmation practice is the understanding that our thoughts shape our reality. The words we speak to ourselves influence how we feel and how we experience the world around us. When we are hurting, it is easy to get trapped in negative thought patterns. We might tell ourselves, "I will never be happy again, I am not worthy of love," or "this pain will never go away." These beliefs create a narrative that keeps us stuck in the past, reinforcing our suffering and blocking the path to healing. The beauty of affirmations is that they offer a way to rewrite that narrative, turning pain into power, doubt into confidence, and despair into hope. Affirmations work by shifting the internal dialogue from one of lack and limitation to one of abundance and possibility. Instead of focusing on what you've lost, you start focusing on what you have, the love and support within yourself. You begin to realize that you are whole, regardless of your past, and that your healing is within your control. For example, if you've experienced heartbreak, a common affirmation might be, "I am worthy of love and respect," or "I trust the healing process." These statements are not just wishful thinking, they are declarations of truth. By affirming them, you are reminding yourself of your inherent value and power, breaking free from the belief that your worth is tied to someone else's actions. Incorporating affirmations into your daily routine can have a profound impact. Begin each day by choosing positive affirmations that resonate with you. Stand in front of a mirror, look into your own eyes, and repeat the affirmations aloud. Speak them with conviction. even if you don't fully believe them at first. This repetition is key to creating new neural pathways in your brain, which over time can change your thought patterns. The more you affirm your worth, the more you will begin to internalize these beliefs. It's important to remember that healing doesn't happen overnight. Like any form of change, it takes time. But the more you engage in the practice of affirming your own strength and potential, the more you'll begin to feel the effects. When using affirmations for healing, it is essential to focus on positive, present tense statements. Instead of saying, "I will be happy," say, "I am open to happiness in my life." This helps to anchor your affirmation in the present moment, making it more powerful. It's also beneficial to be specific. For instance, instead of simply saying, "I am healing," try every day, "I am healing more and more." The specificity helps you focus on the progress you are making and reinforces the belief that healing is a continuous process that you are actively engaged in. Affirmations also help to create a sense of emotional safety and security. After experiencing a heartbreak, we can feel vulnerable, uncertain, and anxious about the future. Our inner critic may begin to tell us that we are unlovable or that we will never be able to trust again. Through affirmations, we counter these fears by reassuring ourselves that we are capable of love, trust, and happiness. For example, an affirmation like, "I am safe, loved, and supported in all areas of my life," can offer comfort and protection during challenging moments. It allows us to create a sense of inner stability, even when the external world feels chaotic. One of the most powerful aspects of affirmations is their ability to bring us into alignment with our highest selves. When we speak words of love, kindness, and healing to ourselves, we align our inner dialogue with the truth of who we are: limitless, deserving, and full of potential. This alignment shifts our energy, helping us to become magnetic to the things we desire, whether that's more love, joy, peace, or success. The more we affirm our own value, the more we attract experiences and people that reflect that belief back to us. The energy of self-love becomes contagious, spreading to everyone and everything we encounter. If you are struggling with pain from a broken heart or emotional hurt, it's important to be patient with yourself. Healing is not a linear process, and some days will feel harder than others. But through the consistent practice of affirmations, you will gradually notice a shift. You will begin to feel stronger, more confident, and more connected to your own inner power. You will start to see that you are not defined by your pain, but by your ability to rise above it. You will come to understand that your heart, though it may be wounded, is still capable of immense love and joy. In the end, affirmations heal because they remind us of who we really are: powerful, resilient, and deserving of all the love and happiness life has to offer. When we use affirmations to consciously reframe our thoughts and beliefs, we free ourselves from the grip of fear and limitation. We reclaim our ability to heal, to grow, and to create a future filled with the love and peace we deserve. The power is in our hands, and it begins with the words we choose to speak to ourselves. Pain is often seen as something to avoid or overcome at all costs. We associate pain with suffering, loss, and weakness, and naturally we want to escape it. However, when we shift our perspective and see pain as a teacher rather than an enemy, it transforms from a destructive force to a catalyst for growth and transformation. Pain, especially emotional pain such as heartbreak, disappointment, or grief, can be one of the most profound sources of personal development. While it may seem counterintuitive at first, the truth is that pain offers us invaluable lessons that can help us grow into stronger, wiser, and more compassionate versions of ourselves. At its core, pain forces us to confront the parts of ourselves we may have ignored or avoided. When we experience emotional hurt, it often brings to the surface deeper wounds, old insecurities, fears, or unresolved issues that we have not fully dealt with. While this can be uncomfortable and unsettling, it also provides an opportunity to heal those wounds. Pain encourages introspection and self-awareness, pushing us to examine our beliefs, patterns, and behaviors. We may realize that we've been holding onto false beliefs about ourselves or others, or that we've been repeating patterns of self-sabotage. By acknowledging these areas, pain can prompt us to make conscious changes, leading to growth and healing. Moreover, pain teaches us resilience. Resilience is not the absence of pain or hardship, but the ability to navigate through it and emerge stronger. When we face difficult circumstances such as the end of a relationship or the loss of a loved one, we often feel as though we cannot bear the pain. But over time, as we move through the process of healing, we discover a wellspring of strength we may not have known we had. Pain pushes us to adapt, to find new ways of coping, and to develop inner resources that we can draw upon when challenges arise in the future. Each experience of pain teaches us that we are capable of surviving and thriving even in the face of adversity. In this way, pain becomes a teacher that helps us build mental and emotional toughness. Another lesson pain teaches is the importance of self-compassion. When we are hurting, it's easy to be hard on ourselves. We may blame ourselves for what went wrong, or we may feel shame for experiencing pain in the first place. However, pain invites us to be kind to ourselves in ways we may not have been before. It encourages us to stop being our own harshest critics and to embrace ourselves with the same care and understanding we would offer a friend. Through pain, we learn to treat ourselves with gentleness, offering ourselves the love and patience we need to heal. Self-compassion becomes a powerful tool in overcoming suffering, as it allows us to create a nurturing environment for our emotional recovery. Pain also teaches us the value of patience. Healing is not a quick or linear process, and there are no shortcuts to moving through grief or loss. When we experience pain, we often wish for an immediate end to it, but the truth is that healing takes time. Pain teaches us that we must allow ourselves the space to grieve, to feel, and to process the emotions that arise. It teaches us the importance of giving ourselves permission to be vulnerable, to rest, and to take things one step at a time. Through this process, we learn that growth often happens slowly in small, incremental ways, and that patience is essential for long-lasting healing. In addition to personal growth, pain helps us develop a deeper sense of empathy and compassion for others. When we experience heartache or loss, we begin to understand the pain of others in a more profound way. Our own suffering allows us to connect with others on a deeper level, offering them support and understanding in their own times of need. Pain teaches us that we are not alone in our struggles. We are all interconnected in our shared human experience. This awareness of shared vulnerability fosters compassion, encouraging us to be more kind, patient, and supportive with others. Furthermore, pain can serve as a wake-up call, prompting us to reevaluate our lives and make necessary changes. When we go through a difficult experience, we may find that it brings clarity about what truly matters to us. We may realize that we've been prioritizing the wrong things, or that we've been living according to someone else's expectations instead of our own. Pain can push us to step back and reassess our values, relationships, and goals. It encourages us to let go of things that no longer serve us and to make space for new opportunities and experiences that align with our true selves. Pain also deepens our capacity for gratitude. After experiencing loss or hardship, we often come to appreciate the good things in our lives in a more profound way. The contrast between the pain we felt and the moments of peace, joy, or love we experience later makes us more attuned to the blessings we have. We become more present and aware, savoring the small, beautiful moments. Through pain, we learn to cherish the positive aspects of life, knowing how fleeting they can be. Ultimately, pain teaches us that we are not defined by our suffering. It may feel overwhelming in the moment, but it does not last forever. In fact, pain is often a temporary state, and through it we grow. Every experience of pain, every heartbreak, every loss, every disappointment offers us the chance to learn more about who we are, what we value, and how we can live a more authentic, meaningful life. Pain is not something to fear or avoid, it is something to embrace as a necessary part of our journey toward growth, self-awareness, and deeper connection with ourselves and others. When we face emotional pain, especially following a heartbreak or loss, it's easy to become consumed by it. Our minds often fixate on the hurt, replaying the events over and over in an attempt to make sense of what happened. This cycle of rumination can keep us stuck, preventing us from moving forward and finding healing. However, the key to overcoming pain lies not in continuing to focus on what went wrong, but in redirecting our focus toward what will help us grow, heal, and rediscover joy. Redirecting your focus is about choosing where to place your attention, consciously shifting it away from the past and toward the present and future. When we are deeply hurt, our natural inclination is often to focus on the source of our pain, to look back at the mistakes, the betrayal, or the loss. We may seek answers that may never come, or we may replay the same painful scenarios in our minds in an attempt to understand why things happened the way they did. However, this kind of focus only serves to keep us trapped in the past. By dwelling on the hurt, we are essentially giving it more power over our emotional state. The more we focus on our pain, the more it consumes us, taking away our ability to heal and move forward. Redirecting our focus is about understanding that the past cannot be changed, and therefore our attention is better spent on what we can control, the present moment and the future we are building for ourselves. One of the first steps in redirecting your focus is recognizing that you have the power to choose where you place your attention. In moments of emotional pain, it can feel like our thoughts and feelings are out of our control, but this is not true. We may not be able to control the circumstances or events that cause us pain, but we can choose how we respond. We can decide to focus on the aspects of life that bring us joy, purpose, and meaning. This decision requires conscious effort, but it is a powerful tool in shifting our emotional state. Instead of spending your energy obsessing over the past, choose to focus on what you can do in the present to nurture yourself and create the life you want. Redirecting your focus also involves shifting your perspective. Instead of seeing pain as something that is happening to you, try to view it as something that is happening for you. Pain is an inevitable part of life, but it is also a profound teacher. When you shift your focus from victimhood to growth, you begin to see your challenges as opportunities to learn and evolve. You can ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can this pain help me become a stronger, wiser, and more resilient person? By reframing the situation in this way, you take the power away from the hurt and give it to your own growth and healing. This shift in perspective allows you to focus not on the pain itself, but on the lessons and opportunities it brings. Another way to redirect your focus is to cultivate gratitude. When we are in pain, it can be easy to overlook the good things in our lives. However, focusing on what we are grateful for has a transformative effect on our emotional state. Gratitude has been shown to improve mental health, increase happiness, and enhance overall well-being. Even in times of difficulty, there is always something to be thankful for, whether it's the love of friends and family, the beauty of nature, or the simple pleasures of life. By focusing on gratitude, we shift our attention away from what we have lost to what we still have, helping us to feel more grounded and connected to the present moment. In addition to gratitude, another helpful way to redirect your focus is through the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the act of paying full attention to the present moment without judgment. It is about being fully aware of what is happening right now, rather than being consumed by thoughts of the past or worries about the future. By practicing mindfulness, you can begin to detach from the mental habits that keep you trapped in negative thought cycles. You can observe your thoughts without becoming entangled in them, allowing them to come and go without giving them power over you. Mindfulness can be as simple as focusing on your breath, going for a walk, or engaging in a creative activity. The key is to bring your attention back to the present moment and away from the emotional stories that your mind is creating. Redirecting your focus also means focusing on self-care and nurturing your well-being. Pain can deplete us both emotionally and physically, which is why it's essential to prioritize activities that restore and recharge you. Instead of sinking into isolation or self-pity, engage in practices that bring you comfort and joy. Exercise, meditate, spend time with loved ones, or engage in hobbies that bring you a sense of fulfillment. By focusing on self-care, you are choosing to invest in your own healing and well-being. When you focus on taking care of yourself, you create a foundation of strength and resilience that will support you as you move through difficult emotions. Another important aspect of redirecting your focus is finding meaning and purpose. When we experience emotional pain, it can feel as though our world has been shattered. But even in the most challenging circumstances, we can find ways to give our lives meaning. This might involve setting new goals, pursuing new interests, or discovering a new sense of purpose. When we focus on creating a life that is meaningful to us, we shift our attention from what we have lost to what we can still build. This process allows us to move forward with hope and optimism, knowing that we have the power to shape our own future. Redirecting your focus is not about ignoring or suppressing your pain. It's about giving yourself the space to feel, but also empowering yourself to move beyond it. It's about taking control of where you place your attention and choosing to focus on healing, growth, and the possibilities that lie ahead. When you shift your focus from the past to the present, from pain to possibility, you begin to create a new narrative for yourself, one that is grounded in strength, resilience, and hope. By redirecting your focus, you unlock the potential for healing, transformation, and a brighter future. Healing is often associated with recovery from physical injuries or emotional wounds, but true healing encompasses much more than just the absence of pain or illness. It is a way of living that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit, allowing us to live fully with a sense of peace, joy, and balance. Living well is, in essence, the ultimate form of healing because it empowers us to live in harmony with ourselves and the world around us. It is not just about getting through the hard times, but about thriving in all areas of life, regardless of the challenges we face. One of the key aspects of living well is cultivating a positive mindset. Our thoughts play a powerful role in our overall well-being, influencing how we respond to the world around us and how we perceive ourselves. A positive mindset doesn't mean ignoring the difficulties or challenges in life, but rather choosing to focus on the possibilities and the solutions, rather than getting stuck in negative thought patterns. It is about believing in your ability to handle whatever comes your way and trusting that everything is part of a bigger journey. When we choose to view life through a lens of optimism and possibility, we begin to heal on a deeper level, as we are no longer trapped by fear, worry, or self-doubt. We embrace each day as an opportunity for growth, learning, and living in alignment with our true selves. Living well also involves embracing self-love and self-compassion. Healing cannot begin until we learn to love and care for ourselves, not just when things are going well, but especially when we're struggling. It is easy to be kind to ourselves when everything is going smoothly. But true healing occurs when we can extend compassion to ourselves in moments of pain, uncertainty, or failure. Self-love is about accepting ourselves as we are, imperfections and all, and recognizing that we are worthy of care, respect, and happiness. By cultivating a loving relationship with ourselves, we lay the foundation for healing and create a positive, nurturing environment where growth and transformation can occur. When we practice self-compassion, we stop the cycle of self-criticism and judgment, replacing it with kindness and understanding. This shift in perspective allows us to heal, not by striving for perfection, but by accepting our humanity and treating ourselves with the same care we would offer a loved one. Physical health is another critical component of living well. Our bodies are our vehicles for experiencing life, and when we take care of them, we create a strong foundation for healing. Living well means making conscious choices to nourish our bodies with healthy food, regular exercise, and sufficient rest. It also means listening to our bodies and honoring their needs, whether that involves taking a break when we are tired or seeking medical attention when necessary. Physical well-being and emotional well-being are intricately connected. When we feel strong and energized physically, we are better able to cope with stress and emotional challenges. Taking care of our bodies is an act of self-respect and a way to support our journey of healing and growth. Physical health also involves engaging in practices that promote relaxation and reduce stress, such as yoga, meditation, or deep breathing exercises. These practices not only help to heal the body, but also support mental and emotional balance, creating a sense of peace and well-being. Living well requires cultivating meaningful relationships with others. We are social creatures, and our connections with family, friends, and the broader community play a vital role in our healing process. Positive, supportive relationships provide emotional nourishment, helping us feel loved, valued, and understood. When we surround ourselves with people who uplift us, we create an environment that fosters healing and growth. It is important, however, to set healthy boundaries and nurture relationships that are genuinely positive and nourishing. Toxic or draining relationships can hinder our healing and keep us stuck in negativity. By focusing on building relationships that are based on mutual respect, trust, and compassion, we create a support system that allows us to heal and thrive. These relationships provide us with the strength and encouragement to face life's challenges, knowing that we are not alone. In addition to personal relationships, living well involves connecting with something greater than ourselves, whether that is through spirituality, nature, or a sense of purpose. Many people find healing in spiritual practices, whether through prayer, meditation, or simply taking time to reflect on their values and beliefs. This connection to something greater allows us to feel grounded, centered, and aligned with our true selves. It provides a sense of comfort and peace, knowing that we are part of a larger picture and that our lives have meaning and purpose. Whether through religion, spirituality, or a deep connection to nature, finding a sense of meaning in life is crucial to true healing. It reminds us that we are not isolated beings, but interconnected with all that is around us, and this connection provides comfort, solace, and a sense of belonging. Living well also means embracing the present moment and practicing mindfulness. So often we get caught up in the past or the future, worrying about what has already happened or what might happen. But true healing comes when we learn to live fully in the present, appreciating the beauty and the opportunities that exist right here, right now. Mindfulness practices such as paying attention to our breath, noticing the world around us, or simply being present in our interactions with others help us to release the grip of anxiety and regret. When we are fully present, we are better able to engage with life in a meaningful way, making conscious choices that support our well-being and happiness. Mindfulness fosters gratitude and helps us focus on the positive aspects of life. encouraging us to embrace the simple joys that often go unnoticed.